Jeremiah 33 verse 7 says, "And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and will rebuild them as at the first." So welcome back here to Father's channel, to Jesus Yahusha's channel. I'm going to start, it will probably be a series of 2 messages, just to make the video shorter. So first, for this message, I'll be talking about coming full circle, and the key words that the Lord's been leading me to over the last, several months actually. It's full circle, returning back to the Father's heart, and the journey back to Eden, back to Father's original design. Sorry about all this lighting. And reversing the curse. The whole end game of this is, of course, Jesus has won the victory over death and its sting, but also Father's plan is to reverse the curse that was created back in the Garden of Eden, and this actually involves moving backwards to the beginning. So I'll start with my own personal full circle sign. That's when Father began speaking to me about full circle. So just quickly, I received this full circle sign back on 21st of August 2022, last year, and it was this one here, the number 77. And the first time I received this sign was in July 2020, when my Battle of Jericho began. It was the day after that it began. I was in shock and in grief. Actually, it began in the 2019. It was July 2019, and full circle sign was August 2022. So that's 3 years. So I was in a cafe. I thought I would treat myself, to a nice favourite meal at a cafe, since I was feeling sad, and I received the table number 77, and when I saw that, I just stared at it, because for months before, I kept seeing the number 77, and especially on my phone, I think it was at 77%, and I kept catching that there and elsewhere as well. And back then, I wasn't a numbers person, and Father didn't speak to me in numbers. Sorry. And so I thought, the Holy Spirit prompted me to look up this number. Since I kept seeing it all the time, I needed to act on it. And as I waited for my food, I looked it up, and it means words like shine and glow and glittery. So that's all, these are all words that are synonymous with the transformation of the remnant army, God's glory shining through us, and Jesus' radiance in and through us. And Father's also given me this word through the number 541, which is radiance, which speaks of Jesus' radiance. And the other 77 is conspicuous, which means manifest or to be seen. And it also, further down in Strong's, it speaks of being made white. It's actually white miry clay, but what spoke to me was the whiteness. And so I knew the Holy Spirit was giving me comfort in my time of grief, and was saying that you are my shining one. I see you, and you shall be made white. And so all these last few years, whenever I see that, that's what is being spoken to me. And of course, 7 itself means divine completion, divine finished, it is finished, and rest. And double that is, yeah, double. And so 7 is very significant now that Father's speaking of coming full circle. And then I told a friend, and then she actually was receiving full circle signs with certain dates and things that were happening in her own journey as well. And then after that, I kept seeing full circle everywhere, and then other prophetic brothers and sisters were receiving full circle messages as well. So I kept hearing and seeing this. So yeah, we're in this season of Father's end time plans where things are coming full circle. So and even what was it? It was last year I did a message about rebuilding regarding the prodigals, and his Father gave me Jeremiah 33:7, which and many other rebuilding scriptures. So what he's doing is he's rebuilding Israel and his kingdom back to as it was at the first, as it was at the beginning. And I'll just bring you to some definitions for full circle. Since I'm here, I'll show you just a few of the signs I've had in the past. It is finished. That relates to the number 7. This comes from a different message that I received in a different video. And it is finished is actually, it's Stephen Furtick, his surname means it is finished. And this is one of the signs. It's a full circle moment. When life comes full circle. So come full circle means return to a past position or situation, especially in a way considered to be inevitable. Cambridge Dictionary, returning to a previously held belief or position. Collins Dictionary, Britannica says through a series of changes that lead back to an original position or situation, or to an opposite position or situation. And dictionary.com, to the original place, source or state through a cycle of developments. And Macmillan Dictionary, become the same thing as before. And there's another one that's quite good. Go back to a similar or original position, circumstance or situation when something or someone began. So Father's been speaking this on a personal level, and also on his whole big worldwide scale as well, and the multi-layered ways that he speaks. And then dictionary.com says complete an entire cycle, return to the original position or condition. So it denotes completion. So we're in really exciting times. And just a few other things that have been put in front of me, just to reiterate that this full circle and going backwards theme is one channel has a video called The Seals Reversed. First will be last and the last will be first. And of course, well, this channel is called Return to Eden, so that's why we're returning back to the Garden of Eden, paradise. And then another channel, I saw her say that we're going backwards from Revelation 22, going backwards, and that's exactly the video and message that I've been meaning to put out since March 2023. is walking us through Exodus backwards, showing where the wealth transfer is. So you can always go have a look at Exodus yourself if you like, and have a read through from chapter 15 going backwards to chapter 12, and you'll see the wealth transfer in there. But I'll go into it in a little bit more detail, and you can have a listen along as I read the pertinent scriptures. Yeah, really exciting to receive understanding in these last days. Yep, so hope that blesses you all, and I'll see you at the next video. God bless. Oh, sorry, I totally forgot to include in at the very beginning with the testimony with this number is that when I received the second 77, it was at the exact same cafe that I received the first 77. That's why when I saw this one here in the picture the second time last August, I was I was shocked. I was like, hello. And so that was three years, almost exactly 3 years, and 3 is a highly symbolic number too, which I can't quite recall, but I'll link it in down below. I'll also link the Strongs for 77 as well, so you can have a look if you're interested. And I also forgot to say that just before, as I was leaving the cafe back in 2019, the time was something like 2:23. I was just about to leave. I saw the time on my eyes were actually drawn to the time on my phone. And mind you, that this happens a lot now, but back then it was only just beginning, where Father was drawing my eyes to time, to certain things. And I have received a couple of messages before with numbers, but it wasn't common for me. And so when I looked up the Strongs for this 223, it was simply true. It was true. So Holy Spirit was confirming that first message. So I just love the way that the Lord works. Yeah, and then, yeah, if you notice the sound in the background, that's we're having high winds here. So that speaks to me of Holy Spirit wind. So God bless.